Wait. I'm sorry, this is a horrible interview. Go back. When's the first time you recall anything about Ferrari? Okay, Haley. Wait. It's time for an interview.
Okay. What I grew up learning was that high-end cars like Porsche, Ferrari, Range Rover, Mercedes, vehicles like that, they're for pompous people. They're for pompous, rich people. When I first saw the car, when I actually stood right in front of it.
The car, the garage door opens up.
Yeah.
The choirs from the heavens rain down upon you. And you're like, oh my.
My first thoughts were, don't touch the car. Don't touch it. It's extremely valuable. He's probably borderline obsessed with it. Probably has this, intimate relationship with this fancy car.
You're very insightful.
Don't touch it. Don't touch the outside. Don't get any fingerprints on it. That will probably upset him. You want to make a good impression, obviously. And then those thoughts followed with, this is kind of a douchebag car.
One downside of owning a Ferrari, and really any exotic in that general, is that people perceive you as douchey.
Did you like the car at first?
It scared me. I think the feeling of fear more so overlaps this guy is a douchebag.
Is this guy a douchebag?
No. Not in the least. I was very wrong.
Alright, so what do you think of the car now?
It's intimidatingly expensive.
Did you watch my video?
Yes, I did. But
what'd you think of the video? What do you think of all the costs? Be honest, this is for posterity.
Only,
it's alright.
It's not practical.
Very
at
true.
all.
Very true.
Not practical for your finances at all. It's basically the princess of your garage.
So why did men buy these cars? I guess there's a few women.
I think it's for other men because there's this weird myth that women like fancy, fast cars. I like fast cars, not necessarily fancy.
Which car did you like better? This car or my Subaru? Which one were you more attracted to?
I was more attracted to your Subaru because it's loaded, it's comfortable, it has everything that you could possibly need, and it's safe. And it has a V6, so it's speedy, but it's not to the point where if you tap on the gas, you get pulled over. Yeah, like that.
All right. So, does your appreciation of the car grow a little bit? Do you like it a little bit better than before?
So, cost aside, I think it's a great racing car. It's a great sports car. Has everything that you could possibly want, and it handles amazing for its age. And you've taken it out on a couple races, and I've attended one of those races. And
was that fun? Was the race fun?
It was terrifying and a lot of fun. Yeah. Not so much fun when we spun out.
Oh, I thought that was kind of fun.
But we won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about me spinning out. See, I played it safe and I parked between two big SUVs. Tell me the things you like about this car and the things you hate about this car.
Okay. The things that I like about this car I mentioned earlier, which is the handling, obviously. Sometimes the sound of acceleration can be fun, other times it can be scary. Okay. Cons.
Oh, we can just cut it right there. No, just what are the cons?
cons are
See? That's your con.
the lack of space in this car to put like cups and the side compartment to put any essentials that you're taking in the car for that day. It's extremely small and it's really deep, so it's hard. Even I have pretty small hands, and reaching into the side compartment is a pain in the butt. Try not to curse.
Good job.
What else? This little parachute right here, this definitely needs to be addressed. Also, the passenger door.
One second.
I hate the cost. The cost is like the top pet peeve of this car. The fact that, like I had mentioned earlier, some of the tools are ridiculously expensive and they're literally just cutouts of metal. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
But it says Ferrari on them.
Yeah, who cares? What else?
Okay, tell me about, what do you think about the law that requires me to gun it every time we go in a tunnel?
That isn't the law.
No, that's a law.
That isn't the law.
You look at legislation,
That isn't the law.
Article 2.
You're just in the haze of owning a Ferrari. AKA, you feel the need to rev it constantly. Making you look like a douchebag. Sorry. Oh, another thing that I failed to mention. The stock speakers. They're horrendous. It sounds like you're playing... I mean, we have a different head unit in here. He replaced the head unit. Before it used to have an older, like, radio type ordeal.
What do you think about the attention you get?
The attention?
The attention you get while driving this car? Like that motorcycle guy.
I think, so, some of the reactions to the Ferrari are genuinely pretty funny. Like, you know, we'll have some old man in a very common family sedan speed up to us and, you know, give us a thumbs up with a straight face, such as the interaction we had earlier. But sometimes I forget that we're in a higher end car and...
Like that time you were trying to change inside?
What?
Like the time you're changing your shirt.
Oh yeah, I attempted to change my shirt inside of this car, failing to realize that it is a Ferrari and... and...
People were watching.
People were watching. Indeed, that was a rookie mistake on my end.
Alright, so do you like the attention or you don't like the attention?
I don't know. Like, sometimes the attention and the reactions can be pretty entertaining, and then other times, generally people will just stare in our direction and it's kind of borderline uncomfortable, you know? Or like the pictures that are taken of us, and I don't know what we look like in the car, I just know that their primary focus is the car. And so, you know, I could be picking my nose and somebody would take a goddamn picture and then send it to their friends, you know, and they would see some random girl in a Ferrari pick her nose.
Alright, so if you guys see photos on the web of some hot chick picking her nose in a regular old car, that's us!
You puppy! You puppy! It's a puppy! You didn't look. Sad. So sad. Enlighten me. How long does it take to pull out of a parking spot?
Let's see here. Hold on. Up, oh. Ah!
Okay, Sam.
Woo!
There's one right there. There's one
Yes.
right there. Take it
Yes,
right now.
dear.
Take it.
Yes, dear.
Take it.
Alright, this
Take
one
it.
right here?
Take it.
I don't see one. I'm not gonna make it. Let's go somewhere else.
What do you mean you're not gonna make it?
Alright. If you have confidence in me, then I have confidence.
If I didn't have any confidence in you, I wouldn't have stepped in this car with you.
Oh, you do like this car. Thank you. This makes me very happy. You've been very vocal and you had a lot to say. Thank you. Like, I'm very impressed.